It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC West. It's the Raiders and the Bulls, coming up next.
Kicker Dustin Hopkins set to get this one going. And we are underway in Southern California. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
In the midst of a tumultuous 2021 season, the Las Vegas Raiders really turned to their quarterback, Derek Carr, to not only drive their offense, leading to career-high totals from the 8th-year passer and a nearly 5,000-yard season throwing the football, but also his leadership ability. He really grabbed that team and led them to the playoffs for the second time in his career while coming out of one of the toughest divisions in football.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Carr going to throw. This goes out wide for Drake. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, just like last play. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
From midfield, here's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Carr. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Joey Bosa coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football, as they've got it with a third down coming up. To throw is Carr. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Los Angeles taking the field, led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon, whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw here, Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
Big play that time by Mike Williams, and it picks up a first down, and he's coming off a career-best 76 catches and 1,146 yards last season and was rewarded with a nice extension for his efforts. Definitely hope he continues improvement in his 6th season as a Chargers' big play threat.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert now. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. Open man is Palmer. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. The open man here, Renfro. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Carr. Looking deep for Adams. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Josh Palmer, the intended target, and it's second down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. And meanwhile, for the Chargers, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll hand off here to Eckler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Herbert. He's got Allen. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up...
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And that wound up traveling an even 58 yards in the air, according to next-gen stats. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Carr now on first down. It's complete to Drake. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On second down, it's Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Carr. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Takes us up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He dumps it to Eckler underneath, and he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle with Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Eckler now between the tackles. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So Carr and the Raiders now down 10-0. Just over a minute 40 to play. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. Now Carr. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble blocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Keelan Cole, 78 yards. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. And they take a knee. Second and 11 now. They'll try the right side with Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. Obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game, but hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win, and in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.